Hi everyone, my name is Mario, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys about how sales skills is applied every day in life, and we see it all the time. A lot of people think sales is just about selling a product or selling a car or even selling a random product door to door. I'm here to tell you that sales is a lot more than that. Sales is a really useful skill that we use every single day, whether we're trying to sell our idea on where to get lunch with our friends, whether we're trying to sell ourselves to ask someone out on a date, or whether we're trying to sell ourselves and land a job in an interview. Sales is being used. I'm currently a business student and I work in sales. I have for the past year. So I've spent the past year learning the ins and outs of sales. And kind of one of the main things I've learned is that it's not about what you say, it's more about how you say it. Now that we kind of know why sales is important, I want to tell you guys about how it kind of shows up in our personal lives every day. If you've ever tried to pitch the idea of where you want to go eat with your friends, let's say you really wanted to go eat Mexican food, but if you didn't portray that idea super well, if you came off too aggressive or didn't, explain a good reason about why you wanted to go, chances are they didn't choose that and you ended up going somewhere they didn't want to go. So I would say that's a failed sale. You can see even in a small thing like that, sales is being used. Another good example of how it shows up in your personal life, I would say, is really asking somebody out on a date. When you go to ask somebody out on a date, odds are you get super nervous and you kind of clam up and get all worried about it. Sales, it's the same thing with selling an RV for me in that way. As in, I'm not going to ask somebody who just walked into the dealership, hey, do you want to buy this RV? Without going through them and explaining why they should get it and what their needs are and kind of going through the product. Same thing when asking somebody out on a date. If you've kind of built that relationship for a little while before, odds are you're going to have a better chance of getting that date. So that's sales. That's selling yourself prior and selling, the way you look, the way you act, your interests, and selling your personality to that person. Now that we kind of know how sales is applied to our everyday personal lives in relationships, I also wanted to talk about how sales is important for work and school. When you're applying for a job, you're basically selling yourself. You have to show the boss or the hiring manager why you would be a good fit for their company and why they should hire you. You're selling your skills, your work ethic, and your honesty. Your personality really shows through in that sales interview. According to Indeed.com, which is a super big job searching site across the United States, one of the number one skills employers look for is persuasion and sales. So that kind of tells you what employers are looking for when you're doing a job interviews with them. It's not just about interviews. Sales also shows up in school a lot of the time. I mean, even take this speech, for example. I am selling the idea to you guys that sales is important and that sales is in everyday life. I am selling that idea to you. I'm trying to keep you guys interested, make my points clear, and give you background knowledge so you can trust me that I'm, experienced in this with my work experience prior. So I'm kind of selling myself and my ideas to you guys while doing this speech. Being a good salesman means you're not being too pushy, and it's not about being too pushy selling a product. It's just about being too pushy. If you've ever tried to, make a new friend and you're real nervous about it, saying, am I being too much? Am I being too pushy? Am I talking too much? It's the same thing in sales. That's kind of what I noticed as soon as I got into it. Now that we see how sales kind of perfectly fits into everyday life for everyone, I just wanted to remind everybody, sales is not just for businessmen. Sales is for regular people. Every single day you are using it, whether you realize it or not. So today we learned that sales is about building relationships, communicating well, earning trust, whether it's your friends, your family, your new boss, or anything like that. I think if you kind of learn that sales is all around us, you will be better in life, and life will get a little easier for you. So thanks for listening to my speech, everybody.